Welcome to the adventures. All right, so those of you that follow us on Instagram and Facebook, you know what's happening. We broke down.
I don't have a steering wheel.
3 times.
I have no steering wheel.
Yeah, because we're at home.
At home.
We broke down 3 times in 6 days, 2 trucks, and stuck in Tennessee for 2 days. And we finally got home yesterday morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, and now we're home. So a lot of our followers that do follow us over there, they know what's happening. They've asked a lot of questions. So we're making this video for you guys that are concerned, and we want to thank you for that support. Thank you for that love. And just as mad as we are about the entire situation and frustrated for us, thank you. We do appreciate it. So what happened? Let's start from the beginning. All right. Truck number 1, we were in our Volvo. You guys know right now we're in a Volvo, and it has 1.7 million miles on it. So it's getting old, it's getting broken. It's to be expected once your truck reaches 1.5 that you're going to start having problems. It's a given. If you've been in trucking for any amount of time, you know that. So basically, it's because of mileage, the truck's getting worn down. So tell them what's up.
So we were having some issues with it using coolant, and finally, I guess one of the cylinder jugs let go, and so it's getting rebuilt this week, so we can't drive that truck.
So it's getting a sleeve put in it.
New sleeve, yeah.
Should be done Friday.
Should be done Friday, and you know,
So,
you expect it with 1.7 million miles.
It's still a good truck.
And
It
it's
runs
a
hard.
2016. The truck's in pretty good shape. Just gets a lot of work.
Yeah. So our truck never really stops. It's constantly moving. The entire life of the truck has been with team truck drivers that run it around the clock at least 5 to 6 days out of the week. So it's been run hard. So we're not mad at the Volvo. It happens.
It does.
So then we get in another truck. It happens to be, if you guys have been following us for any amount of time, you guys know that we had an international, 2019 international, and we had it last year, and we had a lot of problems out of it. We didn't know if we got a limit. We don't know. Maybe you guys can weigh in on that. But the international last year broke down on us quite a few times. I went through 3 fuel pumps. That's just a heads up about this truck that we were getting into. So we get in the truck and go down, come back, no problem. Go down, come back, no problems. Go down for the next trip.
Start smelling fuel, and I could see where it was spraying a little bit.
But it wasn't like major, like, let's just see if we can make it back. Let's see if we can limp it back and take care of the problem in the shop. So that was our goal. We get 10 minutes from our switch out location. And I start fussing him for smelling fuel, but he's not really paying attention.
Then
I fuss him again.
I hear a loud pop, and
hey,
the truck
maybe
loses
she was saying
power,
something.
And thankfully, we were able to get over off the side of the road, and even more a little bit, so we weren't real close to the white line, but
it's still not the ideal situation.
Not really someplace we wanted to sit for 10 hours waiting for the service guy to come tell us that there was nothing he could do.
We were hoping the service guy would be able to fix it because it was Saturday night at 4 p.m. We knew that our window of opportunity to get it fixed was very narrow, but it was still possible. If it had been a hose, that it could possibly be patched. But this was not a hose, it was a fitting.
A metal line with the fitting that screws onto the end of the injector. And yeah.
So then he's like, sorry guys, call a wrecker. So by the time we got it all said and done, we sat on the side of the road for 10 hours. Thankfully, the tow truck driver was really awesome, and he used his personal car and dropped us off at a hotel. The hotel was wonderful. Check it out.
Yeah.
We really enjoyed it, and it was
pool.
affordable. Yeah. So we got stuck there because now it was 6 a.m. No, I'm sorry, 4 a.m. Sunday morning.
Lily thought she was like high on the hog, living in a condo, riding in the elevator. All these
Everybody
people
was
just loving
coming to
on
greet her.
Man, she was having a good old time.
She was. So because then it was Sunday, everything was closed, couldn't get a rental truck. We knew that the shop would be open on Monday, so we stayed Sunday, Monday, and we went to go see a movie. We went and ate barbecue. Of course, we had to walk everywhere, but that's okay. It was nice exercise. So we enjoyed that the best we could, made the best of it, pretending like we were on a mini vacation. Monday rolls around, and the shop was able to get the truck fixed by 5 p.m. before they closed and get us back on the road. So the hotel, once again, wonderful people. They even took us down there, wouldn't take any money, down to the shop to pick up our truck and watch our stuff when we did that. Go down, get 300 miles away from the shop, and
it didn't actually blow off this time, but I got out to take Lily pee, and I could smell the fuel, so I started looking around.
And then he could see it dripping, pouring out.
The same exact fuel line in the same spot, you know.
Thread was probably messed up that they couldn't catch. It was just one of those situations that a thread was messed up beyond their control, and when it's under that high pressure, it needs every thread and it needs to be seated correctly. So we're not blaming the shop, but we definitely think it's a problem with the International.
And just one thing I want to add that the tow truck driver filled me in on. I know those fuel lines are under really high pressure, but he's talking around 20,000 PSI. So he said if that's running, never put your fingers up close to that injection line because it blows off.
No fingers, no hands.
You've heard that if you put like air into your skin, it gets into your blood. That will do the same thing with diesel fuel, and it's not good.
Yeah. So when it comes to a fuel leak like that, and it's coming from our high pressure line especially, and it's not just a rubber hose that's fitted, you know, if it is one of those pressure lines, don't mess with it. Leave it to professionals that are trained to do that. So when we broke down the second time and he sees all this, like, we called the boss and we had to get towed about 4 hours back to the yard and got in about 7 a.m. yesterday when we finally rolled up to our house. So it was definitely a long journey from 4 p.m. on Saturday night to 7 a.m. Saturday morning. And for those of you that aren't truckers, breakdown means no pay.
Wheels ain't turning, we ain't earning.
So our boss lost a lot of money and we lost a lot of money this week. Now he paid for our hotel layover pay, but it's still not anywhere that's going to be comparable to running on the road.
What we could have made, yeah.
Yeah, so
give us your feedback on these International trucks. Is it just us and bad luck? I mean,
this truck has had fuel problems since the start.
We've put maybe 50,000 miles on this truck and had 5 separate breakdowns, and all of it's been fuel related. We talked to another that works with us, and they've had 2 separate transmissions put in the truck. So is it just me? Is it her tearing up the trucks? Just
no.
Fill me in. What's going on here? Because these things are like boat anchors, man.
Junk. So are you guys having the same problem? Make sure you're commenting below. Let us know. Start a conversation about what's up. Are you guys having the same problem? And yeah, so we just tried to make the best of it. And with that being said, breaking 2 trucks that needed 2 pretty major repairs. There's no other extra trucks, so we offered the boss to just let us stay home, not to rent a truck, because he was already at so much money with all these breakdowns, all these repairs, all these tow jobs, putting us up, and we probably just need a little home time to de-stress. That is a very stressful situation, a very dangerous situation. It's never fun to be broke down on the side of the highway, and most people have a really hard time comprehending what's that like unless you've been in those shoes. I'm sure you guys have. But now we're going to enjoy some home time. There is going to be a video Friday. This was just made for all of you that really care about what's going on and making sure that we're safe. So it's for you. And stay tuned for Friday's video. Until then, guys, stay safe. Bye.